Alright, so this is a video about how to add a side filament holder for the Bambu X1 carbon. Okay, so I went on to Maker World and downloaded the print file for the X1. This is the side mount spool holder by Codebender, and I really like the design on this because this comes around the side of the printer and also offers a support for the PTFE tubing. So I got some components to build this. Did not use this portion. I'll show you how I put this together, but they give you different options in here to utilize. Alright, so the mount for this is reverse thread, and it on the back side it has captured nuts. So you have to find the right hardware to do this. I'm going to show you what I used. So I went on to Amazon and I got a metric kit with small fasteners, nuts, bolts. So this is pretty much what you're going to use on a lot of these printers for accessories. For this part, we're going to use M3 nuts. So these are captured. The outline is built into the print, but to make sure that they are really secured so I can put this on, I'm going to use CA glue. That's a two-part glue. So you put, it's like a super glue, but you put a dab on, then you spray it with a accelerator, and it allows you to keep on going because the glue cures really fast. So this just happens to be the type of glue that I used. This model is designed to have PTFE tubing fasteners installed. These can be found on Amazon. I got a pack for $9. Had a bunch of them in there, and this just threads right in. I have a link to all these components in the description. Alright, so to mount the side filament spool, right, this is going to go over here. And we're going to take these screws out, take our rear filament holder off, and take these screws out. So now I need to take this screw out. This one definitely holds the casing. And now I move to the top, take these screws out. They're short. Okay. Now before I go any further, I'm going to disconnect my AMS connection. So I'm going to try some M3x12. Should be just the right length. So I used 2 lock washers on each of the M3x12s. I think an M3x10 would have been perfect, but this arrangement does work perfectly, does work good for me. So on this one, this is where the spool holder went to initially. I'm just going to put the regular bolt in here with no lock washer. But on this one, these were shorter when I took these off the casing. So I'm going to tighten this down. I want it to be parallel. That. So the part that we took off from the back, the spool holder, now transitions to this location. So now my tubing is going to go from here. It can go into the back, or this can go into the back, and my filament can sit on the side. But what I'm going to do next is I'm going to figure out how I'm going to mount a 4-way splitter into the side here. Somehow, some way I'm going to make up a bracket, and I'm going to leave all these connected. So I just push this in, take this off. I just slide this out a little bit, and then I should be able to put this guy in. So until I make my bracket, I'm probably going to come up with a design that 3D prints, that captures these two areas, somehow, and then I can bring this up nice and, I don't know, sort of straight. Maybe split the difference between here and here and here. But right now I can put my PTFE tubing in and use this. So on this one, you slide it from the front, and then we just make the turn. So loosely assembled, this is kind of how it looks. And then I'm gonna put a filament on here, cut this so that it grabs the filament nice. But that's how it's looking. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything with this. You want these bends to be nice and sloping. So I kind of played with that by pushing this through a little bit more. We'll see. So now you can see our AMS system going through the motions, recalibrating, just because I unplugged it to move it to do this. So, pretty good upgrade. And we'll see how this works. So for this portion, I did design a bracket using Onshape. So this is a cool free program, CAD based, that you can create items yourself without downloading them exactly how you want them to be, and you can send them to your 3D printer. So you can get a drawing out of this to show what the dimensions are. And in my case, this worked really well. So I uploaded it to MakerWorld so other people can also use this for this project. So you can download this after watching the video if you want to try mine. This worked really good. I've got a pivot point for the 4-way splitter, and it was kind of tricky, but I've got the angles correct and the recesses correct to be able to mount this to the back side of your printer, so this works well. So pretty happy with how this turned out, and frankly that's a lot more fun than simply printing somebody else's files. So this is actually where creativity really can spark, and you can do a lot with 3D printing. This project really turned out well. The side filament holder is a necessity for me because I can access the filament more rapidly. I plan to use the side filament holder to run harder materials like carbon fiber and some others. And this makes switching filaments a lot easier when using the side filament holder. I made this video for my brother Roger, and hopefully this sparks some creativity from him. He's into 3D printing now, and it is way more fun to create your own objects.